In this video, I will present to you the 5 foods high in testosterone boosting magnesium. If you don't know who I am, my name is Alex and I help men reclaim their health naturally by optimizing their hormones, their androgens and things like that. So, firstly, I will go over different magnesium sources. I will explain to you how to use it, how to implement it, the downsides, the upsides, and also if you don't want to supplement with magnesium, I'll go over at the end of this video the best sources or the best supplements when it comes to magnesium supplementation, because some magnesium supplements out there literally just don't work. And also I will explain to you why, even if you're consuming foods that are high in magnesium or supplementing with magnesium, it's not actually holding on, you're not actually using it. But before I get into all of that, let's get into the foods. So, number 1, we have dark chocolate, cacao unsweetened 100%. So cacao has 230 to 500 milligrams per 100 grams. It depends on the quality and the variety of the actual chocolate or cacao that you're consuming. So if the goal is around, let's say, 500 to 1000 milligrams per day, if you consume 100 to 200 grams of cacao a day, that will hit your target of magnesium for the day. When it comes to cacao, and especially if you're getting your cacao from chocolate, look at the ingredients. Most of the chocolates nowadays have vegetable oils or soy lectin, things like that will affect your hormonal production. So make sure the cacao chocolate is a good source. So cacao is one of the richest natural sources of magnesium. It also contains beneficial polyphenols and flavonoids that can support vascular health. Opting for pure cacao or minimally processed dark chocolate without additives aligns with health conscious choices. So cacao is very good. Number 2 is spinach. When it comes to vegetables, and vegetables are defined as the green leafy part of the plant, you could say. Cucumbers, tomatoes, those are fruits. Potatoes, carrots, those are roots. But spinach, kale, broccoli are the vegetable. When it comes to the actual plant, it needs the vegetable part to get its energy from photosynthesis from the sunlight. So it has natural pesticides to keep animals away from consuming the actual vegetable because it's needed for its development, versus the fruit is sweet, you eat it, you poop out the seed, and then it can get replanted, so it can live on, right, in that way. So hence why spinach, broccoli, when they're raw, they're very bitter, because it's like poisonous, you could say. So in the rapid atmosphere and overall in the bioenergetic sphere, vegetables are not considered a good thing to have in your diet. When you look at studies, it really messes with the metabolic rate, with the thyroid hormones and things like that. Also, it contains things like cellulose, which our bodies can't digest, and it feeds the gram-negative bacteria, boosting endotoxins. So when using things like spinach, you need to make sure it's cooked. So I know Ray Peat later in his life used that, for example, but he made sure he cooked the spinach. So when you cook it, you reduce the oxalate content, enhancing magnesium absorption, and you break down the cellulose. So cooked spinach is fine. So there's approximately 87 milligrams per 100 grams of spinach, cooked spinach. So if you want to get your daily dose, you'll have to consume around 575 to 1,150 grams of spinach a day. Number 3, we have white potatoes. So cooked with skin, and I have this different variables without the skin. So white potatoes are extremely good. Ray Peat recommended it. But white potatoes are a starch. So if you're an individual who has issues with bacterial overgrowth, endotoxin and things like that, starches, which are polysaccharides, which take longer to digest, can feed the gram-negative bacteria. So when you consume starch, make sure you have it with a saturated fat to protect the starch from being consumed by the gram-negative bacteria. So like butter, coconut oil with the potatoes to have a greater effect, and you don't have a metabolic lowering effect from the potatoes. So white potatoes have around 23 milligrams per 100 grams with the skin, 111 milligrams per 100 grams without the skin. So if you're eating them with the skin, you'll need around 2,173 grams to 4,346 grams per day. And then without the skin, 4,545 to 9,090 grams. So these two variables, this is if you want to get the 500 milligrams of magnesium. This part is if you want to get the 1,000 milligrams of magnesium, and this is same for this. So white potatoes are a good source of easily digestible carbohydrates and provide essential nutrients like potassium and vitamin C. Also, when it comes to white potatoes, they're extremely good energy source, also very good protein quality. When it comes to the industry, eggs are a gold standard when it comes to testing for bioavailability of the protein. So eggs would be, let's say, 100%. Then based off of that 100%, which eggs are, other things are compared, like if they're testing whey protein or different protein sources, like whey protein might be 80%, things like that. I'm not sure if that's the exact value, but you get the idea. White potatoes would be 120%. So white potatoes are extremely good protein source and overall very good keto acids as well. I know there's ways you can utilize that as well, but we'll get into the next one. So number 4 is orange juice freshly squeezed, approximately 11 milligrams per 100 milliliters. So if you want to get your magnesium intake per day with orange juice, consuming around 4.5 to 9 liters per day will get you the magnesium content. Orange juice is also high in potassium and polyphenols that inhibit tryptophan hydroxylase enzyme that converts tryptophan, which is an amino acid you get things from like chicken, egg whites, turkey, and converts it into serotonin, and serotonin being like an hibernation hormone lowering your metabolic rate. So orange juice is extremely good. Orange juice is rich in vitamin C and natural sugars, supporting immune function and providing a quick energy source. While it contains moderate magnesium levels, it's beneficial when consumed as part of a balanced diet. Then number 5, milk, grass-fed, good quality milk. So 100 milliliters contains about 10 milligrams. So if you consume 5 to 10 liters a day, you'll get your intake of magnesium with milk. Milk provides bioavailable calcium, protein, and fats essential for various body functions. Choosing grass-fed, full-fat milk ensures a higher content of beneficial fatty acids and fat-soluble vitamins. If you want to watch out for the calories, going for the low-fat. If it's a price thing, getting a good low-fat milk that's non-organic because it's a price thing, because the problematic things are usually found in the fats. So yeah, these are the foods, and these foods are extremely good. If you have a diet surrounded around those things, you'll get your magnesium and also other things taken care of within your diet to get enough magnesium to then boost testosterone levels, because magnesium, which is a macro mineral, meaning you need a lot of it per day, versus a micro mineral would be things like zinc or copper, which you need less. So but fundamentally, I've worked with people who supplemented with magnesium. They've tried magnesium foods and they're still experiencing low magnesium symptoms. The reason why that could be is because thyroid is essential to hold on to magnesium. So when you look at the cell, Magnesium and potassium are in the cell, and calcium and sodium are outside. When stress is high, thyroid level is low, magnesium and potassium are outside, and calcium, sodium are inside. So your body is not retaining to the magnesium. So when you supplement with the magnesium, the next day you will find all of the magnesium in your pee. So fixing your thyroid. A few weeks back, I was working with a client and he told me he was struggling with his issues and he tried magnesium. He never seen any results with it. When I worked with him in the Reclaim Mastermind, after a couple of weeks optimizing your hormones, when he tried magnesium once again, he actually felt the benefits from it. So sometimes fixing the metabolic rate and fixing your current state to be able to absorb magnesium is the missing link. So if you're interested in one-on-one support or working with me, I'm going to leave a link down below. First link to book a call, we can chat and see if I can help you. When it comes to supplementation, you need to make sure that the type of magnesium is good. There's different types like citrate, glycinate, oxide. So the best ones are the ones that end with the ATE. So magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, versus avoiding things like magnesium oxide, which the bioavailability of oxide is extremely low, like 1 or 2%. So you're wasting your money buying supplements that are like that. Also, when it comes to magnesium supplements, make sure there's no weird additives, look at the ingredients and that it's pure. I'm not going to give you a specific supplement to take because a lot of brands always change the ingredients and things like that. So I'm going to leave you with principles, which is looking for ones that have this and there's no weird additives. And yeah, also drop a comment down below if you want me to have a look at a certain supplement you want to try with magnesium, and I can give you a heads up if it's good. But yeah, that being said, this was a video on 5 foods high in testosterone boosting magnesium, and hopefully you got some value out of this video. And yeah, see ya.